Hey everybody, so I've been working on Rev 2 of my chocolate chip cookie dough dispenser. Rev 1 was basically the cookie dough canning gun that you saw, and that was cool, but not what I'd want inside of a machine that makes chocolate chip cookies for people. And so I've been working on trying to make a more compact version of it. So far, I think I got something that'll work pretty well. Essentially, I've gotten it to about half its size, and it is going to essentially be similar in terms of like pneumatics and controls and all of that, but much easier to clean and much easier to use. So let me show you in Onshape what I'm talking about in the design, and then we'll get it built, and then we'll test it out. So you might remember my original cookie dough cannon.
Let's do it.
And it worked pretty good, but then I had a little bit of inspiration. Instead of having this very long setup, I decided to look at these caulking guns that actually slit along the length of the tube, so that way you don't end up having nearly as much length. So because of that, I started designing a system where essentially I had that split tube, and there'd be a slit along the length of it, and you could insert the dough, and then it would squeeze it all the way down and extrude it out of the bottom here, and it would chop it off, ka-chunk, just like that, ka-chunk. And the benefit of that being that you end up with half the height required, because the motor doesn't have to move with the whole system, just this wiper. So overall, pretty sleek design. And so I started printing up all these parts and started building it up. All right, let's get this threaded bearing block in here. A little help from my hammer friend. All right. Oh, I didn't thread that yet. Oh well. Let's thread these. There we go. Have you ever used these combination drill bits / taps? They're pretty awesome. If you've got 3D printed parts and you just want to do one operation. Down to here, slide it down, perfect. got our air cylinders in. They're going to extend to chop and then retract back. And this is the old chopping mechanism here, which doesn't fit anymore, but we're going to use probably just a metal plate with a hole, and it'll be like a cigar cutter. But this guy's in, so now we can mount it up on the stand. Guide rods. This was the original version. We need to update this motor bracket. Oh, we'll just add it to the pile of accidental plastic parts that didn't quite work out. There's just so many. Here's the new one. I have this Douglas fir scented candle I like using to make tapping a little less messy. Perfect. So the scented candle has two wonderful values. One, as you heat it up when you're drilling, it smells like a warm candle and Christmas tree. Two, it actually provides lubrication. But you got to go really slow and let your drill bit cool off, because otherwise you just start to melt your PETG or PLA or whatever you're printed with. This is our spring coupler here. It's going to be mainly in compression when it's doing heavy loads, and so this shaft will rest directly on the lower shaft inside and take all the load on the motor and these 4 screws. So on this guy, which is going to press the cookie dough down this way, I've got these bearing slides in here. They're okay. They're made by Igus dry-line bushings. I have some actual bushings that'll slide smoother, but they're the wrong size, so I'll have to reprint this guy if I want to use them. And then there's this Torlon bearing, or I guess Torlon nut that jams in here. So for right now we'll use these, but eventually I'll replace it with the ball bearing ones. That'll be better. Alright, so this guy is going to go just like this. Okay. Slide this guy on. There we go. Okay, looks like this is a bit too tall. I'm gonna have to cut. I'm gonna have to cut these rails down in order to make this be the right height so that this rod fits in its mating bearing block there. But we're pretty close. got it to fit into there. So this guy is now fully stacked. Tighten this guy up. Oh goodness. Whew. All right. Now, let's see here. I got all the old electronics from the last guy. Let's see if this guy moves. Okay. Buttons. I got a battery. Yeah, right here. Okay. Look at that. Nice. How much force does it have? Stick my fist in here. Oh, plenty. Ow. All right, that works still. Great. I think eventually I'll add some limit switches onto here on the bottom and the top for when it's at each end of the extreme. Okay, next step. Cookie dough tube. It's going to go in here. It needs to get a slot put in it for right there for the wiper. So let's put a line on here and make a slot. All right, we got our line. Let's find our end mill. Now the question is, when we make a cut down this, is it going to spring open or collapse shut? I really don't know based on this plastic. All right, end mills. What do I have for end mills? No. Oh, 1/4 inch. That might work. Yeah, I need 1/4 inch. All right, 1/4 inch it is. That thing's razor sharp. Great. Oh, gotta move my spot welder and my table saw. Oh, so many projects. I don't know if this is gonna hold it. I don't know. Find out. I learned that it is definitely sprung in compression. Or is it still tension? Either way, it does not make an easy to open container. So we're gonna have to order this out of aluminum. All right, after my failed attempt with plastic, I've gotten myself this awesome aluminum exhaust tube, and it was the right size. And so we're gonna try and machine this guy down, and hopefully it won't suffer the same problem. Let's go find out. My floor in my shop is always getting water because of a bad concrete seam. And so I have all these rags I just throw down and let it soak up, and then I throw them out. Thanks for giving yourself to a good cause, old shirt. No, it's starting to lift up. Okay. How can I keep it down? Okay. Hopefully that won't come up anymore. All right, lucky for me, I've got this amazing wet shirt down here. Ooh, so drippy. I'll use it to clean out this. All clean-ish. I'll have to get some paper towels in there. Okay, so moment of truth on testing the fit here. Oh, and it fits perfect. Awesome. Okay. My slider fits perfectly with its aluminum support. That's great. All right, so we got our pizza cutter here. And now we need to mount that essentially down here to chop the cookie dough. And so let's unfold this guy, make it flat, or maybe actually what we'll do is actually just cut it along the length of it. Oh yeah, that'll be way better. And then just do a fold, quick fold. So since we're at it, let's ruin my bandsaw by cutting something super thin. Usually you want to put some sort of block there to help support the teeth. I have some really hard walnut, so that'll help. Hopefully the teeth won't get too destroyed. We'll find out. All right, well, it looks really good. And I don't think my teeth are, I don't think they're too beat up. All right, let's try and destroy my saw again. Okay, so we're gonna drill some holes and then we're gonna bend it. Nice thing is I can use this guy. Ooh, let's get it to 3. It's pretty good. All right. Looking good. Oh yeah, that fits nice. Okay, now let's bend it. Okay. Oh. Looks okay. Maybe I'm gonna tap it with a hammer and get it flatter. That looks flatter. Oh yeah. That does not look correct. For some reason that's hitting. Oh, it's hitting because of the bolts. The nuts are bigger than I thought. Okay, so let's take the nuts off. I think that's good. Awesome. Aha! Success. So we're just starting to see the dough come out there. So I'm gonna turn the gas on. Wow. Okay. It's definitely rather violent. I think we can turn it down. A little bit of extra on the inside of that edge, but otherwise, pretty good. All in all, I think that worked pretty well. The chocolate chip cookies came out on a nice little row there, and they're about the right size. And I think that they're going to bake up pretty nicely with my speed oven. Probably need something to guide it so it doesn't keep getting flung out, but that's okay. Not too bad of a cleanup here either. So I'm pretty happy with how that went. I had to do a little bit of programming on the fly to get how much it extruded to work out correctly. It does have an issue where once you stop extruding, the residual compression built up in there will slowly ooze out and continue to make the cookie larger and larger. So just like in a 3D printer, I need to essentially have like a back off to where after it extrudes, it backs off, I don't know, however many steps. And then next time it goes to make another cookie, it goes that many plus a little more, and then chops it again. So I think that would fix that issue. So retract basically. And the cutting mechanism, that metal slicing guillotine, it's okay. I think the wire that I used to use in Gen 1 worked a lot better. But overall, the concept of having it cut and advancing on a paper roll and having it keep cutting and putting the cookie on the parchment paper like continuous line worked fine. So I'm ready to finish up the next step, which is a paper feeder and cutter, and then get it to where it all connects into a mini oven system, and then hopefully put them all in a box and get a single unit that'll be start to finish, push button to cookie. We'll see. All right, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.